I do remember Chris saying that they're going to take him to jail. I do remember him saying that. I do remember everybody freaking out because Chris was scared about going to jail.
And what did you say about him getting out of the car or stopping at the marathon?
I was screaming no at everybody, that God's got us, we got to get to the baby. I was screaming no.
At that time, did you know whether the baby had been found alive or dead?
No, I had no idea. I thought the baby was alive.
Did it strike you as odd that Chris McNabb wanted to jump out of the car when he found his baby had been found?
Very much so.
And in the part that I just showed you, to refresh your memory, did Mr. McNabb say they're going to put it on me?
I believe that was the general gist of what he was saying. Yes, ma'am.
And that's specifically what you told Investigator Alexander?
Yes.
And you indicated that he didn't ask if the baby was alive, nothing like that, and have no hope or nothing. Is that what you said?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, after he jumped out of the car, and I believe you said how was he acting at that time?
Like they were all acting like they were on meth. They were acting really sketchy. I don't know what I said exactly in the statement, but they were all acting crazy.
Did you say he started freaking out, acting crazy, wanted me to drop him off at the marathon, and jumped out of the car?
Yeah.
Now, after he jumped out of the car, did you proceed to head down 36?
Yes, I
Well,
was.
first of all, let me stop you. Where did you see him go after he jumped out of the car?
He went off the same way that he got out of the car. So if the marathon was in front of us, he went the opposite direction.
Okay. So if you were sitting at the red light there, and the marathon is up in front of you on the right, is that where it was?
I believe so.
Which way did he run?
The opposite direction.
Okay. And did you see, was he running or was he walking or skipping?
He was running, but then the light turned green and, had to drive.
What did you continue to do? Where'd you go?
I was screaming at everybody to shut the F up, sit down, we're going to the baby, that's where we're going. That's basically it. I just screamed at everybody.
Where did Cortney Bell want you to go?
She wanted me to pull over into I believe it's called Anderson Circle.
What is Anderson Circle known for?
Methamphetamine. I won't go in there.
Is that why would you not go in there?
Because, when my son's father, both my children's father was on drugs, if I knew he was on drugs if he was in that neighborhood. So I personally would not go in that neighborhood.
So did Cortney Bell want to go there before she wanted to go see where her baby was?
Yes.
Did you take her into Anderson Circle?
No.
Why not?
Because it was an insane idea and we were going to go to the baby.
Did you take her, where'd you take her?
To the baby, to the trailer park.
And who did you meet with when y'all got there?
We saw the police and Tim's family, the Bell family, and just the news channel and everybody was there.
Did you and Miss Bell and Miss Hamby then have an interview at the sheriff's department later that evening?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you tell Investigator Alexander everything that you've told this jury today?
Yes, ma'am, except for the part of Pam getting out of the car. That was something that I pieced together afterwards because I knew my child lock was on.
So, in essence, did Pam Hamby assist Chris McNabb getting out of the car?
Yeah, there's no other way that he could have gotten out of the car.
Did Cortney Bell stop Chris McNabb from getting out of the car?
No. I felt like I was the only one trying to stop anything, to be honest.
Thank you. Those are all the questions I have for this witness.
Thank you, Judge. Good morning, Ms. Mackey. How are you?
Okay.
The date we're talking about is October 8th of 2017. Is that right?
Yes.
And you, Chris McNabb, Cortney Bell, Pam Hamby, and Jeremiah were in the car. And we've noted that you were in the driver's seat. Pam Hamby is in the passenger seat. Jeremiah, Cortney, Chris.
Yes.
Okay. At some point during that ride, Cortney started receiving calls and texts and messages about Caliyah.
Yeah.
Now, you don't know exactly what those were.
No.
Once they started, people started yelling, and,
Yeah.
and it got frantic.
And I was driving, so.
So if they had received information that the child was not alive and you didn't, would that compensate for what you're saying about somebody not asking whether the child is alive?
No, because there was only one person on the phone, which was Courtney, so for everybody in the car to get the same information, it would have to be said out loud.
Okay, but you said it was chaotic and people were yelling. You don't recall anybody yelling out any particular information?
Yeah, no one said the baby was dead or alive.
Do you recall Pam Hamby telling Chris to get out of the car?
I recall the argument about it. I don't recall specifics.
All right, so you don't recall whether or not Pam Hamby told Chris to get out of the car?
No, but she did get out of the car and open the door for him to get out.
When did you learn that the child had been deceased?
In all the panic at the scene.
Once you got to
Yeah.
So if Courtney had received a text from Craig Weatherford saying that the baby was dead before all of this happened, you wouldn't have known about it.
No, I would have had no idea.
That's all I have, Judge.
Mr. Frost?
Yes, Mackey. Just a couple simple questions. After Cortney, my client, got that text, is it fair to say that she was just a mess?
She was in the back seat, so I don't know what she looked like. I know that everybody was screaming.
All right, you didn't have an opportunity to hear her or see her or know her condition after hearing something like that?
No, because it was all just everybody yelling at each other.